want to go over some swim drills that you can easily do with some swim cords, either to add to your swim routine or when you're traveling and don't have access to a pool, or just looking to improve your swimming technique without as much stress on your shoulders. So this is a swim cord. You can order them. You can use just any type of tubing, any type of resistance will work fine. I've secured it around the squat rack I have in here, but you can loop it around a doorknob and shut the door. You could also do it over the top of the door, do it standing up. And then you can either lay on a bench and get more of that swimming position where you're completely horizontal, or what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hinge at my hips, which is fine also. So once you have this secured about it doorknob height, or really it's about my hip height a little higher, you're gonna have your hands in the handles. And the first thing we're gonna do to warm up for this workout, you're gonna hinge forward your hips. It is helpful if you have a mirror. You can see that you're hinging at your hips, not rotating down, having this curve in your back. Rotate here. I have my hands in the handles in front of me, and we're gonna start with just single arm. So it's gonna be similar to a catch-up drill that you would do in the pool. We're just gonna do one arm and the other arm. Just 10 on each side. You can use this opportunity to really look at your stroke that you can't always do in the water. So looking at your technique, trying to keep a high elbow. This should be a pretty easy resistance right now. It's just a warm up. Okay, so we'll say it's about 10. I wasn't counting. Then you're going to go into double. Okay, so then you're going to do 10 double. Same thing, just working on your form. Should be a pretty easy resistance. Not super fast, just a little warm up. Okay, after those 10, you're going to stand up, give your back a little bit of a break, especially if you're hinging at the hips. Take maybe 10-15 seconds and you'll go through that twice. Okay, again, super easy, just starting to warm up. Now, for the first set of today, it's going to be 20 alternating arms strong. So you're going to do one at a time, but nice and strong. Okay, so still hinging at your hips. I took a little bit of a step backwards to make it a little harder, just to make it a nice strong pull. Increase the speed that I'm doing it a little bit. So again, this gives you the opportunity to look at your form, look at your arms, really focusing on finishing at the back of the stroke and letting that hand extend forward. Still doing just one arm at a time, okay? Then you're gonna go straight in to, again, 10, both arms, nice and easy, okay? So take that little bit of step forward, and take quite enough step forward. Okay, little bit of step forward where it's almost no tension at the front, nice and easy. And then you'll stand up, little bit of a break again, and then you'll do that 3 to 5 times. If this is the first time you're doing it, I would say do it 3 times, and then work up to doing it 5 times. 10, 15 seconds, 30 seconds in between, doesn't really matter, just give your arms a little of a break, and then get right back into it. So it was the 20 alternating strong into 10 double arm easy with that first set, okay? The second set we're gonna do is more time-based. I don't have a clock right here, so I'm not gonna do it for the whole minute. You guys may get bored of that anyway, but this next one's gonna be 60-second build, 30 seconds easy, 30-second build, 15 seconds easy. The easy is gonna be double arm, and then the build will be single arm, and I'll explain that to you as we're doing it. And then you'll take a little bit of a break before going into round 2. So for the 60-second build, you're gonna start, again, hinging at your hips over. You're gonna start with that catch-up, kind of a moderate effort, okay? Not super quick. Then let's say 15 seconds go by. You're gonna take a little step back and start to increase how fast you're doing it, okay? So a little bit less pause at the front, still controlling it, still watching your form. 15 more seconds, you're gonna back up and kind of start to increase that speed. You won't get as much of the catch-up the second half, okay? And then after 15 more seconds, you take a little bit more step back, and you're gonna really start getting into it. Not letting this happen where it's pulling you up, but keeping that good form down. And your arms are pretty opposite at this point, okay? After about 15 seconds of that, you'll come back to the front here slowly, and then you'll do just Double arms easy. Even if you're not going all the way in front of you with this one, it's okay. You're gonna do 30 seconds of that, and then you're gonna go back to your build again. So we'll start here for 30 seconds build, and then maybe 10 seconds this time, you step back a little bit, and then 10 seconds, you step back, and you're increasing that stroke rate, and also taking that step back. Then you'll stand up and rest, okay? So you'll go through that 3 to 5 times, again, depending on, this is your first time, you're gonna do it 3 times, work up to doing it about 5 times through. Take a break in between, it could be up to, a minute, minute and a half even if you need it. Get a drink of water, let your arms rest, and then go back into that build, okay? After you do that, as many rounds as you've chosen to do, gonna go into the cool down, which is where we're focused on more drills. So, again, hinging at your hips here. The first one we're gonna do nice and easy is just that catch. So you can do it either double or single arm like I am, or double arm. Biggest focus is this first half of the stroke. Sometimes it's called early vertical forearm, high elbow catch, but just focusing on this movement here, keeping that elbow up, not having it be straight down, okay? So keeping that elbow up, just working on the first half of the stroke. Again, this should not be really heavy resistance or real difficult right now, a lot more form focus. Okay, so that'll be drill number 1. Drill number 2, we're gonna be working more on the finish, okay? So you're gonna be here. Again, you can do it single arm, 1 at a time, or double arm. Your elbows are gonna stay locked into your side. So it's really similar to like a tricep extension here. It's essentially what it is. You're coming back here. Since this is the cool down, just a drill, it's gonna be pretty easy, not super fast. But this is what you wanna focus on when you're in the water, is really getting that finish, okay? Do all this work here, and sometimes people end up exiting the water a little early. You wanna make sure you're getting all of that extension out the back, okay? And then the last one I wanna do is, you can call it like a hand anchor. You're only gonna have 1 at a time. So I'm just gonna put both my handles together, okay? I guess you could hold the other one. But you're gonna be here. I want you to anchor it. So if you're anchoring this, your hand is not gonna move, but you're gonna walk forward, okay? So your elbow is gonna bend like you're swimming, but you're walking forward till you get to the front. And then you're gonna step back. And I'll do it with the other arm so you can see it better. Keeping that elbow up and coming back. So that's what, when you're swimming, you wanna focus on. You enter that you're anchoring it and moving your body over your hand. A lot of swimmers, especially when they're just starting to swim in the open water, a lot of triathletes, they're focusing so much on just pulling the water down that they're not focusing on anchoring it and moving the body over. And that's when you can use your core, and all these big muscles that are gonna get you moving faster in the water can really help out. So you're gonna be here, anchor your hand here, keep your hand still. So if you find a spot on the floor, keep your hand over that line, and then you're walking over, elbow stays up like when you're swimming, all the way until you're fully extended behind you. You're gonna keep that there, and you're gonna control it coming back. So working the muscles a little different than when we swim, but still focusing on that anchor, okay? So maybe 5 minutes to cool down, go through those drills, think about what you need more, focus on to help your swimming, go through a variety of them, and let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helps you out a little bit.